If you didn't meet me last night and you are on the Ehlers-Danlos Society's message board on Inspire, you don't know me as Shani, you know me as Slap a Smile On or Sasso, so hi. I am with the Ehlers-Danlos Society. We actually began way back in 1985 as the Ehlers-Danlos National Foundation, or EDNF. So some of you may be more familiar with that, but in 2016 we went international, and that's when we became the Ehlers-Danlos Society. The Ehlers-Danlos Society now is global. It contains a community of patients, of researchers, of clinicians, supporters of all of us, all of our caregivers and those who love us. And all working together to save lives, improve lives of those affected by Ehlers-Danlos syndromes and hypermobility spectrum disorders, as well as related conditions that many of you have. One of the first things we did when we went international was form the International Consortium, which is over 100 clinicians, researchers, and patient representatives who have worked together. In 2017, they published a series of articles in the American Journal of Medical Genetics, which provided the first update of the EDS nosology, identifying 13 types of Ehlers-Danlos syndromes. And if anybody has seen the news, a 14th type of EDS has now been discovered as well. They also introduced the new diagnosis of hypermobility spectrum disorders. They updated the diagnostic criteria for all EDS types for the first time in 20 years. And they also provided general treatment guidelines for a lot of the common symptoms that those with EDS and HSD have, as well as general treatment guidelines for common comorbid conditions, including Chiari and CCI and dysautonomia types and mast cell disorders and so many more. We support collaborative research, education initiatives, awareness campaigns, advocacy efforts, community building, coalition building, and try and improve the care and lives of those with EDS, HSD, and related conditions. Our goals are worldwide awareness in both the general community as well as the medical community for all of these conditions. We want to bring a better quality of life for all those who live with these conditions, and so research is at the center of what we do in the hopes that one day we will have a cure. Our strength really does begin with hope. So the International Consortium, like I said, has over 100 individuals in it, clinicians, researchers, patient experts from around the world. Their work did not end with the 2017 publication. They are continuing to work together, and they are meeting together. The next time will be in Ghent in Belgium in September if anybody wants to take a European vacation. There is a patient day associated with that. So they continue to collaborate and do research. And when they are in Ghent in September, they are going to consider that 14th EDS type that was discovered and see whether it should be included in the nosology and give it a name if it does, because right now it has a very genetic mutation kind of name. The International Consortium is organized with having 4 committees here in 2018. You can see those committees here. They do report to the steering committee. Going from the top left, Dr. Tinkle, Dr. Peter Byers, Dr. Francomano and Dr. Malfay are the chairs of each of those committees. In 2018, we have added additional working groups, but these are our working groups, which also report to the steering committee. Each of these working groups are doing research, but also keeping track of others' research to know exactly the latest information about all of these different areas. Research, as I said, is very important to the Ehlers-Danlos Society and to the community. Just a few of our current research efforts. We have a microgrants program. These were $5,000 microgrants that we offer to researchers with the goal of projects that would improve the lives of those living with EDS, HSD, and related conditions. All of those microgrants have been awarded, so we are anxious to see after their year-long projects what results those researchers may come up with. We are currently still fundraising for our nutrition and EDS study. This study will be completed by Dr. Aziz in London, who is interested in determining if dietary changes can help improve and support connective tissue in the body, and if making nutritional changes and addressing deficiencies can help reduce some of the life-impacting GI symptoms in particular that those with our conditions experience. Later in 2018, we're going to be announcing even more research from grants and donations that we have received, so stay tuned for that. And then we have our Moonshot. Earlier this year, we received an anonymous $1 million donation, our largest donation ever, that is specifically to find the genetic cause or causes of hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. As I said before, there are 13, soon to be officially 14, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome types. By far, the most common EDS type is hypermobile EDS. However, it's also the only EDS type for which the genetic cause or causes is not yet known. So, we have formed the Hypermobile EDS Research Network. This is being directed by the amazing Dr. Claire Francomano, but have a number of other clinicians and researchers in it. They are currently designing our research study for this, and we are going to be starting soon with the research to find those genetic cause or causes. So this is very exciting for our community. We really would enjoy and appreciate if y'all could advocate for the continuation of PCORI on the Hill tomorrow. Earlier this year, PCORI gave us a $50,000 grant to form the EDS Comorbidity Coalition. And CSF is a valued partner in our coalition. Our coalition also has in it Dysautonomia International, the Mastocytosis Society, the CSF League Foundation, the Pain Community, and several others. The coalition is also made up of clinicians, researchers, representatives of our organizations, as well as patient representatives who have all of these conditions in our comorbidity coalition. Whew, that's a mouthful. The Ehlers-Danlos Society Center for Research and Clinical Care is located at the Greater Baltimore Medical Center in Towson, Maryland. It is directed by our national treasurer, Dr. Clara Francomano. At that center, both children and adults are seen. Multiple symptoms and comorbid conditions are treated. Physician education is happening through having medical interns rotate through the center, as well as hosting physician conferences and webinars for physicians. And so this is one area that we are hoping to duplicate in the years to come, to be able to have more centers across the U.S. as well as around the world. We just launched our medical professionals directory. It's going to grow. It's still small, but we just launched this. You can find it on our website at Ehlers-Danlos.com. When you look on the medical professionals directory, you can look for your country, your state, your city, to see if we have someone listed near you. It would be great if you would be willing to share the fact that we have this directory with your medical team, to see if any of your medical team would be willing to be listed in this directory. We want to grow it. We want to make it a great resource for all of our patient communities. So any physician can submit their information to be listed in our directory. Later in 2018, we are going to launch the very first EDS Patient Registry. We are going to be collecting information on symptoms that individuals have, how EDS presents in them or HSD presents in them, what comorbid conditions they have, what treatment options they have tried and how those have worked for them, what hasn't worked, and a lot more information. This is going to be a treasure trove for researchers who can hopefully improve the care that we patients receive. I hope that each of you may consider joining us for our Global Learning Conference. This year it will be held in Baltimore, August 2nd through 4th. This is going to be the best year to come to this conference. We'll be sharing exciting news on July 1st of something that's happening at the conference. The conference also has a Junior Zebra program for children and teens. We're having a Zebra Ball, a Zebra Rally to raise awareness. We have also added an extra day on August 5th for Medical Professionals Day, for only medical professionals to be educated about Ehlers-Danlos syndromes and related conditions. As well on that day is a rarer EDS types day. So for individuals who do not have hypermobile EDS, basically. Really, these are just a few highlights of what we are currently doing. We've got so many exciting things going on. You can find more things that we're up to on our website at Ehlers-Danlos.com, or subscribe to our newsletter where we share announcements of these exciting projects. I really hope that you have a great conference and a really wonderful time at Lobby Day tomorrow. If you have any questions about Ehlers-Danlos syndromes and related disorders, or you would like to pick up flyers to share with your doctors, or if you want to ask me how lobbying on Capitol Hill is, I've done that quite a few times. I'm located at the back table, and I welcome talking with you. Thank you for your time.